Hi, this is Vic, and I'm starting this presentation with my standard stock photograph of my 2014 Cadillac ELR. I've thought about leaving my ELR and getting an all-electric vehicle, and I've been playing with that idea for many, many weeks. But I've come to the conclusion now that I am not going to do such a thing. I really like the Cadillac comfort and convenience built into the vehicle, built into my ELR. It's an extended range electric vehicle or a plug-in hybrid. And one of these days, somebody may be looking for a used ELR. I mean, what's going to determine the value of an ELR 5 years or 6 years or 10 years from now? I don't even have the answer to that. I'm hoping that I can spur a discussion in that area, though. I mean, what's going to determine the value of a vehicle? I mean, maybe one of these days, somebody or a bunch of people, like 5 years from now, a lot of people will be looking for specifically an ELR, and it will be ultimately it will end up being kind of like looking for a unicorn because they're very hard very hard to find. It'd be like searching for the mythical unicorn. Uh, but I did some quick research, and this is what I came up with. And I plugged in, I just at random because I don't know the history of the Impala. I know the Impala has been made for many, many decades. I just did a quick research on what the value of a 1969 Impala is right now today. And there's the NADA Guide's value report as of 12/17/2017. The original MSRP for the Impala was a little over $3,000, and on December of 2017, the low retail is $3,300. The average retail that somebody pays for Impala is $6,800. The high retail is $12,450. Now, I'm not even suggesting that the value of a ELR may increase, but it will at least, in the long term, I'm guessing that will probably at least stay the same. It will decline. I'm sure it's going to decline before it settles out and slowly rises. I think it's going to slowly rise, possibly. And in the bottom of this little report, they talk about how they figure the low retail value, how the average retail value and high retail value are calculated. And yeah, that's the fine print as far as I'm concerned. But I know for a fact with my car, if somebody is looking for one of these days, if somebody is looking for my ELR or were to be able to get my specific ELR after they're looking for one, they will have a car that's in very good condition, excellent condition, because it's very, very comfortable, and I absolutely enjoy the car. And like I said, I'm not sure how much it's going to be worth in the long run. I'm sure the value of the car is going to decline before it starts to settle out and then eventually go up. I think it's going to actually increase because, like I said in a couple of other presentations, it seems they're making plug-in hybrids. A lot of the plug-in hybrids are being made to look like giant sneakers on wheels, or like cars for kids or something like that. Cars for young trendy people. And the ELR is again breaks that mold. The ELR is a good vehicle built for an adult, and I like that. I like that very much. And for that reason, I think the price of the ELR or the value will steady out, and over the long term, I'm going to say 10 years, it will probably increase just a little bit compared to what it is now. I think it will steady out at about $25,000. I don't know why I picked that number. It sounds like a good fair value for the car, based on the prices of today's cars. Like the technology that's built into cars that are made today, the ELR has all of that technology in it, and it's a luxury vehicle built by Cadillac. It's very, very comfortable. It has good, solid, strong leather, nice thick plush interior, and it's not cheap vinyl and cheap plastic like a lot of these trendy go-karts are. And the ELR is an exceptional plug-in hybrid for a vehicle, and I like it quite a bit. Okay, now I'm not saying that I will not purchase another vehicle ever, but what I am saying is that I'm not planning on trading in my ELR or selling my ELR in exchange for another vehicle. If and when I do purchase another vehicle, it will be I will have that vehicle in addition to my Cadillac ELR. My other vehicle will be an SUV, a small or medium-sized SUV or truck-style vehicle, and possibly if I can get one, it will be at least a plug-in hybrid. It will not be an all gasoline-powered vehicle. But I'm not planning on selling, trading, or leaving my ELR at this time at all. After all, like I said, I'm not sure what the future value of an ELR will be 5 to 10 years from now, but I don't think that it's going to go down a whole heck of a lot. The slides that I showed on the 69 Chevrolet Impala, the original MSRP was about $3,000, and the average low retail as of 2017 was $3,300. The average retail for 2017 was $6,800. The high retail in 2017 was $12,450. And that is from, well, that's my source right there. You see the date? The value report is on 12/17/2017 on a 69 Chevrolet Impala. Now, they've been making Impalas for decades, and there's plenty of Impalas to be found. So I'm guessing that the ELR will be, like I said, one of these days, 10 years from now, looking for an ELR will be like somebody trying to find a unicorn. It'd be very hard to find, if you can find one. Hi, this is Vic, and I'm truly hoping that I can start some type of movement here. And that is fight like a Spartan. Men, there is an alternative to surgery. If you are confirmed to have prostate cancer, you do not have to have surgery. 10 years ago, in 2007, after 2 doctors recommended surgery for me, I searched for an alternative, and I went to the website that you're looking at right now, cyberknife.com, to find an alternative to surgery. And only after talking to the doctor in the hospital that worked with the CyberKnife did I decide to go through the CyberKnife treatment. I put off surgery as long as I possibly could, and I spoke with the doctor that actually worked in the hospital that had the CyberKnife facility, and he did a test, and he confirmed, and what he told me was the CyberKnife was a good treatment for me, that he could treat me with the CyberKnife. So I chose the CyberKnife. I found a hospital. Well, first of all, if you go to cyberknife.com, they have a search feature in there where you can search, you can tell the search engine how far to look. It can go from, you can select 5 miles or 250 miles away from your zip code. Like, you tell it to search in the US, and then you type in your zip code, and you can tell it to go as far as 250 miles or whatever. And as it turned out, there was a hospital that has a CyberKnife facility 20 miles away from me. My treatment went like this. I got up early to go to work and left enough time to lay down in the bed. My treatment plan was for 45 minutes. Yours could be different. Mine was for 45 minutes. So I had to lay still for 45 minutes, completely dressed, no surgery, no cutting, and while this machine rotated around me. And when they told me they were finished, and it generally took about 45 minutes, when they told me they were finished, I would get up, and they said, okay, you can leave now, and that was it. I got back into my car, and I drove to work. I worked and did anything and everything that I wanted to do. There was no limitations placed on me. And that's my push for the CyberKnife. Men, we have a tool to kill and defeat prostate cancer. Fight like a Spartan. No surrender, no retreat.